Ladies and gentlemen, if it is a new day, then you know we have a new episode of TTB through the Bible with Pastor Nesh. And I'm loving this journey again and again. As I say, there is no way you can say that I've read the Bible through and through, because this is not my first time to read the Bible, but every time I'm reading it, I get some new things. I get some new things to learn. I get new things that I know that I did not know. I get new revelations. And as we go on, I believe you are enjoying the journey just like I am enjoying the journey. And if you have done so, subscribe. And if you have subscribed, now we have gone way past halfway of Genesis. And so we need to change style. So if you have subscribed, now you need to graduate. Yeah, you need to graduate from just subscribing. I want you to be copy the link. Maybe you came here from a link, or maybe you have just gotten here by chance. YouTube maybe suggested to you that you may watch, but copy the link. Just get away to copy the link and paste it somewhere. Send it to three people, or even just paste it on your status, WhatsApp status. It's a very good way of marketing. So just help us reach at least another person. If I'm telling you the truth, if 10 people from your status saw this link, I am sure one of them will come to watch. I'm not saying that if you copy to 10 people, all the 10 will come. Ours is to reach that one person. That one person that will see this link via you, via your status, or the people that you said even to the inbox. Just invite them, tell them, come and let us go through the Bible. And so today we are in Genesis chapter number 27. I believe that everyone that is watching me right now has subscribed. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't. But we are going to Genesis chapter number 27, and we are starting from verse 1. And as I said in the last episode, it's about to go down. It's about to get messier for Esau. And so Genesis chapter number 27, verses 1, the Bible says, "And it came to pass that when Isaac was old and his eyes were dim, so that he could not see, he called Esau his eldest son, and said unto him, My son. And he said unto him, Behold, here I am, or here am I. And he said, Behold, now I am old, and I know not the day of my death. Now therefore take, I pray thee, thy weapon, thy quiver, and thy bow, and go out to the field, and take me some venison, and make me savory meat, such as I love, and bring it to me, that I may eat, that my soul may bless thee before I die. And Rebekah heard when Isaac spake unto Esau his son, and Esau went to the field to hunt for venison, and to bring it. Verse number 6, And Rebekah spake unto Jacob her son, and said, Behold, I heard thy father speak unto Esau thy brother, saying, Bring me venison, and make me savory meat, that I may eat, and bless thee before the Lord, before my death. And now verse number 8, Therefore, my son, obey my voice according to that which I command thee. Go now to the flock, and fetch me from thence 2 good kids of the goats, and I will make some savory meat for thy father, such as he loveth. Verses number 10, And thou shalt bring it to thy father, that he may eat, and that he may bless thee before his death. And Jacob said to Rebekah his mother, Behold, Esau my brother is a hairy man, and I am a smooth man. My father peradventure will fail me, and I shall seem to him as a deceiver, and I shall bring a curse upon me, and not a blessing. And his mother said unto him, Upon me be thy curse, my son. Only obey my voice, and go fetch me them. And he went and fetched, and brought them to his mother, and his mother made savory meat, such as his father loved. And Rebekah took good raiment of his eldest son Esau, which were with her in the house, and put them upon Jacob her younger son. And he put the skin of the kids of the goats upon his hand and upon the smooth of his neck, and he gave the sovereign meat and the bread which she had prepared unto the hand of her son Jacob. Verse number 18. And he came to his father and said, My father. And he said, Here am I. Who art thou, my son? And Jacob said unto his father, I am Esau thy firstborn, and I have done according as thou badest me. Arise, I pray thee, sit and eat of my venison, and that thy soul may bless me. And Isaac said unto his son, How is it thou hast found it so quickly, my son? And he said, Because the Lord thy God brought it to me. And Isaac said unto Jacob, Come near, I pray thee, that I may feel thee, my son, whether thou be my very son Esau or not. And Jacob went near unto Isaac his father, and he felt him and said, The voice is of Jacob's voice. The voice is Jacob's voice, but the hands are the hands of Esau. Verses 23. And he discerned him not, because his hands were hairy, and as his brother Esau's hands. So he blessed him. And he said, Art thou my very son Esau? And he said, I am. And he said, Bring it near to me, and I will eat of my son's venison, that my soul may bless thee. And he brought it near him, and he did eat, and he brought him wine, and he drank. Verses 26. And his father Isaac said unto him, Come near now, and kiss me, my son. And he came near and kissed him, and he smelled the smell of his raiment, and he blessed him, and said, See, the smell of my son is the smell of a field which the Lord hath blessed. Therefore God give thee of the dew of heaven, and of the fatness of the earth, and plenty of corn and wine. We can pause there for a minute. Now, Isaac is blessing Jacob, thinking he's blessing Esau. But I want to remind you that this was orchestrated by God from the beginning, even before they were born, the day they were struggling in their mother's womb. And God said that the elder shall serve the younger. And even also you have seen Esau making some few mistakes here and there, where he sold his birthright to Jacob. And then here comes again, he marries from the land which his father and mother did not approve of. And now, at this time, everything in the spiritual realm, everything around Esau is working towards making sure that he is not getting this blessing, because he despised it. He despised this blessing. Whatever you despise cannot be of benefit to you. Whatever you despise, even when you despise the man of God cannot bless you. I asked a question a few days ago on Facebook, and brought a lot of fire down upon myself. And I asked, there are people who have this fondness of sending their offerings abroad. They have the fondness of sending their offerings abroad. I don't know why. Maybe they don't have any man of God they feel they can support in their land. If you're watching me in Nigeria, you don't have a person in your city, a man of God in your city that you can support, so you send money to Kenya, to Pastor Nesh. If you are in Kenya, you send it abroad, maybe to the United States. And I asked, and I told people, do not look at this from the man of God's point of view. Look at it from the giver point of view. And I asked, when you are giving that offering, and then you come to need a man of God physically. Maybe you want a man of God to come and bless your house, to come and officiate your marriage, maybe to come and do something physically. Do you still expect the men of God that you despised from your city to come and bless you, yet you despise them? And I was saying, yes, every man of God will come. You know, we are called, and God has given us a heart of God, so that even if you abuse us, even if you are talking ill of us, and you still call us, we will still come. We will not let you down, we'll come. But from you as a giver, the one that is giving this away, the one that is giving it away, why would you, what goes through your mind? What is your process? What is being processed in your mind? Do you project a point where you may need the men of God in your locality, and the point that maybe you are despising them by denying them what could benefit them? You don't look at the man of God. You know, many people are telling me in the comment section, I posted it on Facebook, and many people are telling me, no, you are called by God, you are supposed to serve freely, you are given freely. Yes, we will give freely, we will come. I'm not saying I will not come. Actually, I was not posting to say that if you are doing so, if you have not been giving me offering, I will not come. I will come. Actually, I can come even and spend the whole day with you. But you yourself, do you understand that you cannot reap where you did not sow? Do you understand that you cannot go to a bank that you have never deposited money with to withdraw? So, what do you think you shall withdraw from a place you never deposited? Why do you think you can harvest a blessing from a man you have never blessed? That is where we are right now. So every system in his life is now working towards making sure that he's not getting this blessing. Even the inability of his father to see, it was God orchestrated. It was God orchestrated to make sure that he doesn't get it. The story that his father can feel the hand, and it's a goat skin, but he feels and says, this is like the skin of man. I don't know who on earth can touch a goat and compare it to the skin of a man. I believe everything was working against Esau because of this spice. Everything was working against Esau because he wanted to eat his cake and still have it. You know, you have a cake, you have eaten it, but you don't want it to finish in your hand. You are consuming it, but you don't want it to get finished. It is not possible. It is not possible. So Esau was consuming something and expecting that it is not getting worn out. It is not getting finished. It is not possible, my friend. So everything was working. So even every test, the father touches Jacob. He hears the voice and says, the voice is of Jacob. But he touches him and says, but the skin is of Esau. He even smells him and says, you smell like land. You smell like a garden. You see, so everything was working against Esau because he despised. And this is something that we should learn from. Don't despise people. Don't despise men of God. Don't despise men that you will still need in your later life. Don't despise men that after a few steps away, you may need them. You may respect, you may honor people that are far. And I'm not saying you should not honor them, but also honor the people that are near you, the people that you can run to in a minute, the people that you can call. You know, like right now, if you are in Kenya and you can call and say, Pastor Nesh, when I come, I will not come grudgingly. You know, the Bible says the Lord loves a cheerful giver, but he does not. One of my mentors told me, but he does not mind a tearful giver. So sometimes we come as men of God to a place where we are despised, but we don't give cheerfully because there is nothing to be cheerful about, because this person that we are giving to has been despising us all the way. So even Esau, the father was ready to bless him because he was the firstborn. It was his birthright. But he had over and over again made them tearful. So his father was blessing him, but he was not blessing him cheerfully. He was about to bless him tearfully. But then now an opportunity comes where another person has come that must be blessed cheerfully. And so, I'm sorry, but I'm not buying this story of that Isaac did not know what was happening. I'm not buying it. Now let's continue. The story is sweet. Let's continue. And verses 28, or let's pick it up from verses 26. Let's pick it up again. And his father Isaac said unto him, Come near now and kiss me, my son. And he came near and kissed him, and he smelt the smell of his raiment. But remember also that Jacob was actually wearing the clothes of Esau. Jacob was wearing the clothes of Esau. The Bible says that the mother gave him the clothes of Esau, which had been left lying around there. So when his father is sniffing him and smelling him, he smelled like Esau, and blessed him and say, See, the smell of my son is that of the smell is the smell of a field which the Lord has blessed. Verse 28. Therefore the Lord give thee all the dew of heaven and of the fatness of the earth and plenty of corn and wine. Verse number 29, let people serve thee, and nation bow down to thee. The Lord over thy brethren, be Lord over thy brethren, and let thy mother's sons bow down to thee. Cursed be everyone that curseth thee, and blessed be he that blesseth thee. Verses 20, and it came to pass, as soon as Esau had made an end of the blessing, Jacob, and Jacob was yet scarce gone out of the presence of Isaac his father, that Esau his brother came in from his hunting. You see, whatever God had spoken even before these boys were born is coming to pass. The father tells him that let your brothers serve you, let your brothers bow down to you. And so after this has happened, now Esau comes, verses 31, and he also made savory meat and brought it unto his father, and said unto his father, Let my father arise and eat for his son's venison. And he said unto his father, Let my father arise and eat of his son's venison, that thy soul may bless me. Verse 32, and Isaac his father said unto him, Who art thou? And he said, I am thy son, thy firstborn Esau. And Isaac trembled very exceedingly and said, Who? Where is he that had taken venison and brought it to me? And I have eaten of all before thou camest, and I have blessed him. Yeah, and he shall be blessed. And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great exceeding bitter cry, and said unto his father, Bless me, even me also, O my father. And he said, Thy brother came with subtlety, and had taken away thy blessing. 36. And he said, Is not he rightly named Jacob? For he had supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he had taken away my blessing. And he said, Hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, Behold, I have made him thy lord, and his brethren have I given to him for servant, and with corn and wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven above. Verses 40, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Verses 41, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, The days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then I will slay my brother Jacob. Verses 42, and these words of Esau, her elder son, were told to Rebekah, and she sent and called Jacob her younger son, and said unto him, Behold, thy brother Esau, as touching thee, doth comfort himself, purposing to kill thee. Now, 43, therefore, my son, obey my voice, and arise, flee thou to Laban my brother, to Haran. 44. And tarry with him a few days until thy brother's fury turn away. 45. Until thy brother's anger turn away from thee, and he forget that which thou hast done to him. Then I will send and fetch thee from thence. Why should I be deprived also of you both in one day? 46, which is the last verse of chapter number 27 of Genesis. And Rebekah said to Isaac, I am weary of my life because of the daughters of Heth, which if Jacob take a wife of the daughters of Heth, such as these, which are of the daughters of the land, what good shall my life do me? And so we are seeing now that Esau comes back and finds that his father Jacob had already blessed Jacob, and so he's bitter, and he says that after they have mourned his father, after his father has died and they have mourned him, then he will kill his brother Jacob, because he has taken, he says he's a supplanter. He says he's named. You see, we say that the name Jacob is translated to as a subtle man, someone who is cunning, someone who is able to get his way around. And so this issue of Jacob and Esau, it has now started to hurt Esau, and Esau feels that now I'll have to kill this guy. I'll have to kill this guy because he was bitter with him. And so the mother, who is Rebecca, now starts planning of how to save his son, to save her son from being killed by Esau. And so she sends Jacob to her brother, who is Laban, all the way to the place where she had come from, and that is where now the story takes us, and we will see what transpires after this. But what we wanted to be shown here is that if you despise something, the systems of the world, they are listening, they are watching. The Bible says that we are surrounded by a cloud of witness. We are surrounded by a cloud of witness. So they are forces that take up the things that you take lightly. Some of the things that you take lightly that are very important, they take them, the powers take them and make sure that they work against you. That is what was happening to Esau. Everything was working against him, and no matter what he did, because he had despised the blessing was not working for him. Let's go to Genesis chapter number 28 in our next episode. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have been blessed and you are continuing to be blessed with everything that we are doing and how we are taking the journey. We started from Genesis, and we are Genesis chapter number 1, and we are continuing all the way. And every single day we will be uploading a reading, and we want to read through the Bible. Not just reading, but we want to study the Bible, to know the Bible, and to know the words they are in, because that is the power. It's not just about knowing the words in the Bible, but having them manifest in our lives. And if you have been blessed by this ministry, you can also bless this ministry by giving, and the giving details have been popping throughout the broadcast, and they are also written at the description part of this video. And then also do not forget to subscribe. Subscribing, as I said and I keep saying, is that clicking that red button on this side below my hand here. There is a button, a red button. Click it and make sure it turns gray. That is subscription. If it's still red, you have not yet subscribed. May God bless you. May God keep you. And may God lift you higher than I am. Shalom, and keep the faith as always. This is Pastor Nesh.